Welcome back, my dear friends. Welcome back to ever so amazing, sexy, tall war Attila, where we continue on as Venedians, no less. It's autumn of 398 AD, and the Dragon Slayers lost 58 men due to attrition from food. We are at 14 finally, but that's only because of the events. The events are because of the damnable autumn, which actually comes some beautiful food. The problems are galore, but let's go first and foremost with peace between the Huns and Nobatia, between the Huns and Lazica, between Huns and Eastern Roman Empire. Peace everywhere except with us. War declared by the Lusians against Roxolanians, which is not a bad thing, but again, we are not at war with Lusians. The Magyars against us, and raiding of Plateskaya by the Magyars, the wrath of Erlich. This is a bad mojo. But we might be at the very end, and Venedians might lose completely as we have Geats and the Separatists attacking Duna, and that's gonna be a problem if we do anything with our king himself. He has barely any units as is, and now getting some replenishment. The only thing we really can do is run away, as Duna is gonna be destroyed by the Geats, taken over by the Geats, and we can't do anything for Duna. Its garrison is weak due to, again, food attrition, and the Separatists might take it. If they do take it, the Geats move on towards Palteska, probably. Or we do our final just push with what little we have and do the best we can. The enemy has some unique, beautiful units like the Slavic X-Warriors tier 2 units, and who knows what more, as we can actually not see what they have. Two generals, Porga and Goran. I must say the names tend to be the same, and duplicates are all over the place. So the choices are fall back to Poltaska and wait destruction, move in towards Duna, try to protect it, and try get the Venedi farmstead that we need so much. We need them so much. But in the next turn we're probably gonna be getting it summer. So not summer, winter that is. We're gonna get fudged there, but the attrition is not for us during the winter. Slavic culture and all that, but still the Geats will attack us. They are the issue, otherwise we will be just moving towards the Blood Oath and the Crushers of the Venedi Separatists. These guys are a problem. They could easily overwhelm us with whatever they have, and we shall go towards the wooded area. If the enemy does attack us, I think we will be able to ambush the enemy a little bit. Maybe. That's it. Sadly, we do not have enough of movement, but we do actually have enough movement to maybe even get close. Close enough so we actually could defend Duna, but we will be low on Energon. The fatigue is gonna be very bad for us. very bad. I'm trying to see the actual the terrain that is the territory we might be able to get close enough to Duna to be able to reinforce the Duna if being attacked. I do not know what to choose, to be honest, at this point. Stay here, maybe lure the enemy towards us this way, or Duna gets sacked. Not taken over by the Venedian Separatists, but we do not know what it is on their mind exactly. Polteska is gonna probably be attacked by the damnable Magyars, so there is that. Choices, and they are always bad. But if this is the end, we shall give them such an end that they shall remember it for a while, at least. And that's exactly what we shall do. With an ability to actually even sustain a different army, this is what we have. And with no ability to even take any recruits because there are none at the moment, that is an issue. Otherwise, this would be an easy battle, and I would not be so much afraid for the king himself, Darko. But as I said, if this is the end, let's give them a nice one. And food shortage result for now. The kids are happy. Everybody's happy for now. Dangerous low integrity. Let's move on. That is all we can really do. The Dragon Slayers might lose some man because of the low integrity. But consider again the amount of fights we had. And you see the green arrow thingy like going up. That tells us the integrity is actually going up. But again, due to the amount of wins, 2 big wins for the Venedians with King himself, the Dragon Slayers doing an amazing job. Is there a success? Nope. Nope. No. No, there is not a... Yep. Well, the only thing we can really do is fall back. Retreat. And this is it, my dear friends. I was actually expecting him to run away a little bit farther than go towards the coast. But sadly, this is it. Can we hold against this tide, this monstrous tide? They do have Nordic bands. They do have archers and bows and skirmishers. Pikes of mercenary kind. This could be a win or a complete loss. We shall see. Let's see the terrain. Maybe terrain is going to be more favored towards us in terms of defense. At least if we get wood. In the forested areas, we might win. If it's an open terrain, we are dead in the water. Yes, excellent. This will negate enemy skirmishers and Nordic bows. And we might even utilize the Slavic raiders and everything else to attack the enemy from the side. At least kill those. This is gonna be an interesting thing. Let's fight it. This is it, my dear friends. This is it. Welcome back, my dear friends. Welcome back to battle for Duna. Well, not specifically the city itself, but battle around Duna, as Duna should be around that position, and we are being pushed towards the Sea of Chaos and Death. And beneath us, our beautiful army. Our very beautiful army under our very great king, Darko, who fought so many battles, few, but survived them all with his band of ill-equipped and ill-fated people. He is in a trouble because now this is the end, this is the last stand of our units and him. So Warlord Guards protecting the king. We have some Slavic levy spearmen. And you can see the numbers barely near 30 or 50 men strong. Some levy spearmen 107, 21 Germanic war bands, 54 Slavic levy spearmen additional unit, mercenary Germanic war bands, and Slavic axemen. It's a sad day for us all, with some mercenary steppe lancers, a unit of 5 brave mercenary steppe lancers, that is 5-man unit, 32 here, and our Slavic raiders join here to attack the enemy from the side as they move in, and this is the enemy's force. Some troll skirmishers with Nordic bows, some their Nordic levies, Nordic bands with a unique unit of mercenary wolf coats, mercenary Germanic mounted brigands on both sides, and the enemy warlord in front of him, mercenary Germanic pikes. All in all, evil stuff all around. If we survive, we survive. If we lose, we lose. But it truly is the fact that we will die, and our king awaits the call of the gods themselves. And of course, Slavic Axemen, the completely upgraded unit from the Slavic Levy, naked personas, what we had previously. Beautiful men fighting for their king at the moment in ambush stance, hoping to ambush the enemy with some of our naked Slavic Levy archers, just there to be when the enemy gets close and they to be dead. And of course, a massive force of units, thrall skirmishers, as said previously, with some very light bow infantry, which we could see exactly what their infantry truly is. Let's speed it up as the end is near anyway. It's a not a huge lengthy battle. 524 against 2160. Nordic bows, armor of 3, missile damage of 38. So it's specifically similar to what we had with the Slavic Slavic bows. Nordic Levy. But the unique unit I want to see is the Mercenary Wolfcoats. Sorry about that. Mercenary Wolfcoats. They look cool. Alongside all of them, they look the coolest. Excellent capture pro, excellent spotting. Very beautiful unit. 22 armor. Have a special ability, it would seem, some sort. But nonetheless, a massive force of units moving in. And this force here, the mercenaries, charging on to 5 men that are getting completely demolished. Our mercenary step lancers, dead.
The enemy has obliterated an entire unit.
Sad, but that's a fact. Mercenary Germanic Mounted Brigades again. Bad boys. Capture power, excellent rate of fire. 90 damage, not a huge chunk of ammunition for them. Here was the point of me utilizing this group of Slavic raiders with mercenary step raiders to attack the general. At the moment, general is far behind his forces. And I was hoping to do some damage in a full frontal charge. But that did not happen, sadly. In the woods, you can see that our beautiful mercenary step lancers moving through the woods. I wanted to use them to be the first ones to actually attack the general himself. But sadly, that did not happen. As I have not noticed that the enemy actually moved in front of us. A force due to the trees. I did not see the trees. And of course, right into the Germanic Mounted Brigands. And that galore begins. And the fail of my lancers to do anything, of my step people to do anything against the enemy. Complete loss in that, at that point. In this side with my charge, failed completely without that third group. Trying to kill the general himself. The Geatish general. The entire group is, after all, called the Sons of the Wolf Father. But we have failed completely in doing so. So there goes all my Slavic raiders. Steppe raiders. All of my horsemen dead.
Our ambush troops have been detected.
And our ambush troops have been detected completely. Opening fire from the Slavic Levy archers with armor non-existent and accuracy non-existent with the damage. But this is the end. If this is the end, we shall hold it tightly. Full frontal charge by the mercenaries with our main force holding it out now, preparing for that final push from all the sides. And death begins. Our Slavic Axe warband ain't gonna succeed in defending alone. From all the sides, we can see the Gits coming through the wooded areas, completely annihilating our men. But with the support of Slavic spearmen, we did something at least. Falling back into formation to be tighter with our king. Germanic warband, mercenary warband waiting with us, fighting with us. Mercenaries again with the Slavs, amazing. Let's go into the slow motion and see how this really dwells upon us. As the enemy charges with everything they have. And now brave Slavic spearmen holding it off for as long as possible before the full and complete death of our allies, the Germanic warbands doing an amazing job. Germans with Slavs, imagine that, and Geats right there into the middle of things. We have the wolves themselves inside there, fighting with the spearmen, the Slavic spearmen. The king is somewhere in behind here with the shield and the axe, holding it off. But which one is the king, sometimes I ask, because they all have look the same. But he is one of the men defending. There goes one of the Slavic bodyguard, warlord's bodyguard. Indeed they do. Some Slavic spearmen falling back. Of course, no way for them to hold off the tide of darkness, blood and gore. But we will hold for as long as possible. We shall hold. Till death, for glory, for Venedians, for as long as we need to, till the last man. And here is our king. There he is, all bloodied up already, engaged in battle, with those pikes coming in from the sides. Wow, the push on the shields is massive. Holding it for as long as possible. Will our king fall? Oh, across the shield, right into the king they come. Will he die? He does not die at the moment, but the defeat is ours, sadly. The Gits have defeated us. To be honest, at the very goddamn beginning of the campaign, we were in the bad situation, but we held for as long as possible. Against the Gits, against the Rugians, the rebels and everything else. And the king is dead. Long live the new king. And welcome back, my dear friends. Decisive defeat. We're still barely alive, but it is about it, I would say. King Darko might die this day. And he does. That was the last of the line of brave men. The Dragon Slayers officially destroyed by the Gits. Sadly, but this is a fact. A loss of Duna comes next. Nobody to really defend it. And of course, the main capital is undefended as well. This was a beautiful campaign still. Though sadly, we did not even succeed to 400. year of 400, sadly, but hey. We shall see. We're still not dead, by the way. But there is really no army to lead us. Well, to lead, or a faction leader that will lead. Except we do have one son. That is, Darko has one son, Dragovit. He might be able to take the reign for now and defend what's there to defend. But considering that the enemy main army of the Magyars is right next to us, that's gonna be an awkward thing. It's gonna be a very, very bad thing. And we barely, again, I'm not even gonna waste my time here, as the enemy has good troops, better than ours. I mean, they have freaking Slacks warriors and Onagars, archers, additional 2 generals, level 3 general here. That is, the unit is rank of 3. That is bad mojo. Let's go into defense and see how that's gonna go, of course. That's a complete and utter devastation. Food has destroyed us in the very beginning. That is the bad point. The food was the big bad stuff for us. We couldn't sustain our forces in any way, shape, or form. Rugians number 1 with the new armies that they made it in Gochinsta, whatever the damn thing is. I was hoping we could survive for a while at least. Though Magyars are moving away from Poltavsk, it would seem they dare not attack Poltavsk, so there is a little bit more room for us to survive for a little bit more before the complete devastation comes into play. Rank 3, the Dragon Slayer, the king himself, died. The succession comes to his son at the age of 24, rank 1. Duna has been completely sacked, and natural causes. Tudusha, age 42, a wife of our leader, has died. Mislav, father Dragovit, mother Vesna, illegitimate birth. Rebellion imminent in Germano-Sarmatia, but the food is not down and we do get some money back. So there is that. It doesn't mean this is the end. This does not mean this is the end. We might be able to do this still. We might be able to do this still. Vanity Farmstead, I think I'm just gonna leave them as they are. Or should I say, remove them from production, as there is no point. The enemy is in Duna, near Duna. They're gonna be doing the bad and the ugly soon. If not the separatists, at least the Rugians or the Gits. Oh man, this was a bad mojo. This was a truly bad mojo, but not at the end. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. First, let's see into the faction. Yes. Mother died. Darko is dead. Our new king, Dragovit, the High King himself, right there, like a boss. Soon to defend Poltavsk and see that if the survival of Venedians can be achieved. Can be achieved indeed. A little bit more and our Zupa will be repaired. Of course, we could immediately repair costs for the next turn. I would love Shrine Perun back, but that's consumption of food. I don't know if that because it's now damaged, that consumption is non-existent. Until repair defects are diminished, it cannot be upgraded. It will repair slowly at no extra cost, of course. Okay. We'll allow it for now to be it as it is. I'm gonna like, can I completely say, well, fudge off? Oh, it's just gonna 226 income. It's not really gonna do much for us. It's not gonna do much for us. It is the winter of 398, after all. Dragovich himself, I think, would be the best one. If he is a fighter, we have Goran, who is a fearless fighter. But still, I would get the king up. The king might be attacked soon in Poltaska anyway by the Magyars. So there's that. We do have a nice, again, upkeep. That is the income. And the upkeep is non-existent for the army because we have no armies. We could get 6 armies to hold, but at the moment we don't even have 1. So there is that. Reinstate Legacy. We get the Dragon Slayers. It will retain all the traditions. And I would like to reinstate the Dragon Slayers. But that's gonna be for the next video. This video was a disaster. But still, it does not mean we are dead yet. It does not mean we're dead yet. There is maybe a little bit room to maneuver. Maybe finally get allies down the line. I have no clue how that's gonna go for us. As my allies alone, I don't think they're gonna be achieving any victories anytime soon if the Huns really go into the full motion at 400. But anyway, wish you the very best. Next time, more drugs and more Total War Attila. Still not dead completely.